Alright guys, so video number 2 is for goalkeepers, but if you're an outfielder, don't be put off by the fact that it's for goalkeepers. If you want to try and do some goalkeeping, this is great for you. Just very routine, basic stuff which you're going to get a lot out of, okay? So especially for goalkeepers, I want you to try it if you're an outfielder. If you don't like it, or if you don't feel like you're learning anything from it, that's fair enough, but I think you should give it a go. Still good for your fitness, still gets you outside, and it's something to do. Okay, so we're gonna get straight into it. Right guys, I've got the gloves on now, so I'm gonna have to shoot this bit of the video in one take, so if it goes wrong, but it should be all right. So, I've got the ball here now, and I've got my gloves on. You don't need gloves, but I always think it's better to have them, if you're a goalkeeper especially, when you're doing these training drills, okay? If you don't have them, or you don't want to get them on, that's fine, okay? So, start with the ball in your hands, and the first thing we're going to be doing is some hand exercises with the ball to warm our hands up and get a feel for the ball, which I feel as a goalkeeper is really essential. Really essential that you get a feel for the ball before you're playing. If you're doing a warm-up, I have to get a feel for the ball. I have to have some balls volleyed at me. Gets my hand-eye coordination going, gets my hand coordination going itself. Okay, so the first thing we're doing, have the ball like this, and we're just going to pass it around our waist, nice and easily. Pass it around the waist. If you've done it a long time, it should be quite easy for you, but if you're a beginner, you can get the ball, just look at it and pass it really slowly around the waist. Being careful and thinking, I've got to get my hand here, pass it into it, then you can move it and pass it around the front. If you're a little bit more advanced on this, and you've done it lots before, maybe to play basketball, you've done it before in goalkeeping, you can try and look away from it and do it a bit quicker. So, nice and easy. Change direction. Once you get a feel for what you're doing, it becomes quite easy, okay? So the second thing I want you to do is preferably stand up for this one and create a gap between your legs. We'll call this one the figure of 8, okay? So you're going to pass it through your legs, just like this, around and through, in a figure of 8 motion. So the ball's making a figure of 8 in between your legs, okay? You've got to concentrate, because if you're not concentrating, you can drop the ball and it'll be a little bit of a problem for you if it goes down the end of the garden or whatever. But if you concentrate, just really think about what you're doing, have a look as well, see what you're doing, and change, bring it back through the legs now. A little bit harder this way, I think. Bringing it through just like this. Okay, so that's for the warm-up. Second part, so we're actually going to get into some diving and catching motion, what we can. I'm going to start on my knees, just to make it nice and easy. I'm going to get a W on the ball. I did this in the Zoom call the other day, but I think it's a good way to get your hands warmed up and a good thing to do. So, you have the ball like this, and you're going to bounce it into the ground and catch it. Get in that W shape on the ball. Okay, you call it a W, that's what it looks like. Just get it on the ball, bouncing it, and let it lightly come into your hands. Don't want to be smacking it like that. If it makes that sound when you're catching it, it's got a problem, okay? You don't want to have it that loud, especially from that distance. Nice and soft hands. Okay, now to advance, you can either stand up, start doing the same thing. Nice soft hands like that, really focusing on the grip. And then to bring it over to the next level, back on our knees, I'm going to drop the ball to our side and dive on it, okay? Just show you like this, there, catch it like that. Notice how, when I have the ball on the ground, I have my back hand, which is behind the ball, my top hand goes on top of the ball, and then I secure the ball into the ground, okay? So it makes it very secure into the ground like that, okay? Just like this. Drop it, catch it, ball gets secured into the ground. And then go the other way. Secure, okay? You can do that until you felt that you've hit a good level, and then test yourself by going side to side. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of that. So I'll go 1, catch, up, drop, catch, up, drop, catch. Okay, a little bit of a workout for your abs, so that's really good for you. All right, thank you for watching the video. If you're a goalkeeper, this should hopefully be helpful to you. It's the kind of stuff I've been doing in my garden every week to make sure that I'm staying fit for when I have to return to play, which we don't know when it will be, but hopefully it will be soon. But yeah, you're gonna have to work hard through the lockdown to make sure you're in good shape for when you come back. If you take football or sports seriously, it's something you definitely should be doing, okay? So without further ado, I want to end the video, and I'll see you next week.